For the most part, I've been pretty happy in WoW. Like, don't get me wrong, there are things that I have complaints about, for sure. You know, I don't think you can make a game that lasts 20 years without having a complaint. Thanks for the follow, Spaz. But I also think they do pretty good, considering, like, 20 years. That's like making a new Simpsons episode. You eventually start running out of ideas, right? You know? Like, I'm impressed with that, too. I'm impressed that Simpsons is still going on. I was raised with that cartoon. Last you like a week before you're bored. You know, there's really nothing wrong with that, though, you know, because it gives you the option to play other games. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier in stream, how I feel almost grateful that WoW is kind of in a downward, you know, slope. It's still good, but it's not good like it used to be, right? And I feel like you can walk away from it a little easier nowadays. And because of that, you go from being the one game person that only plays WoW to a person who actually experiences all these other games. Yeah. And I've been enjoying that, honestly. I've played like 6 different games recently. And you know, I won't deny that when I play WoW, I am instantly back in like, oh, I gotta go after this achievement and do this and do this. But at the same time, when I stop caring about that, I'll go play another game and have a blast, you know? And there's a lot of good games out there now. Like, I feel like there's too many good games, you know? Like, I don't know if that's because I main an MMO, but there's just a lot of games out there. Every time I try a new MMO, I'm like, this is lame. WoW is better. Me too. Me too. I don't jump on the new MMO wagon like people do, but I have played a few others, you know. I tried ESO, and that didn't last long. I didn't hate it, but it just didn't hook me. And then in BFA, I decided I would give the Final Fantasy XIV a try. That lasted all of 1 hour, which is hilarious because I play Final Fantasy as solo player games. Like, I love 7 and 10. And so I thought I would actually like that one, but I couldn't get behind the characters. Yeah, the cat girls and all that shit. Like, for me, and I imagine this is for a lot of people, but an MMO is like a long time world, you know? Like, I've been playing this for 20 years, so I have to be a character that I can kind of resonate with, I guess. Like, a character that's I'm gonna continue to like for many, many years. And yeah, you like cat girls. Nothing wrong with liking cat girls, but it's like, it's one thing to like cat girls and another to play one for however many long or however many years. Yeah. And then the thing is, it wasn't just the cat girls. It was like, you know, sure, I wasn't a big fan of them, so I looked at the others, right? And they were just kind of all garbage, you know? So, yeah, so that didn't last too long. Between that and then the lack of talk, because I felt like there was a lot of quiet parts in that game. And, you know, I'm used to noise, I guess, in MMOs, you know. So yeah, that just didn't go. And then what else did I try? Is Lost Ark an MMO? I played that for a day. Yeah? Yeah, I played that one for a day. It wasn't horrible, but I quickly realized the microtransactions that would be in that one, and I didn't want to... I just felt it was best to get away while I can. You know, not get involved. If I'm not attached, I don't feel the need to spend. So, yeah. And then New World I had tried. You got to level 25 and uninstalled. Yeah. Yeah, you did better than me. I think I got... what did I get to? Maybe 10? I don't know. I'd have to look. It's on stream, actually. I have video evidence of it, because the only time I played it was when I streamed it the first day when they, you know, made it worldwide or whatever.
Keep that momentum going and we'll be out of here in no...
In New World, I had played it in the beta, because I don't actually own New World. I can't remember how I had access to the beta. I don't know. But I had played the beta, and it was fun. I liked it. But then I think it took a bit before it released fully. And then by then I was busy in probably WoW. And so I just never bought it. And then it was just kind of one of those situations where you practically forget about it, you know? So I can't say anything bad about it. I had fun with the beta. I just never actually bought it afterwards. Do we count Neverwinter as a MMO? Because I played a lot of Neverwinter. Yeah, I think it is an MMO. Yeah, I remember I wasn't like an end game player with it, but I leveled in Neverwinter. It probably got like 100 hours out of me or something. Black Desert? I played Black Desert so long ago. So long ago. Yeah. Like probably 2017. Somewhere around there. I remember having fun in it, but I remember there was a reason I stopped playing, and it had to do with... What was it? I don't know. I feel like I was doing a quest, and then maybe I needed a big group or something to complete it, and I was like, I'm out. I don't know if that was the case, but I feel like something happened to make me walk away. Yeah.
Azurite detectors up. We should have a view of the whole island.
A ton of walking? What level do you get a mount at in that game? No mounts? Shit, maybe that's why I quit. Well, that very, very well could have been the reason right there. That's crazy, because to this day, a lot of people still really like that game, right? Like, that game still does decently. I guess I've always played a game that has a mount in it, right? Maybe I should give that one another go, see how it feels to play a game with no mounts. Maybe I've just been spoiled, you know? Because, to be fair, I have been. Like, since the get-go, we could have mounts in this game. You know, we just couldn't have flying mounts. But from day one, you were able, well, I won't say day one, because you did have to level, and leveling was kind of slow in vanilla. But, you know, once you got there, like in vanilla, you could have a mount. So there was never a time where you couldn't. And to be honest, WoW was my first MMO. You know, I was fully a PlayStation person before I played WoW. I played a lot of Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, you know, shit like that. So so that might be one of the reasons it's tough for me to get into some other MMOs, because I've just been so spoiled with this one. But I should try out another. What would you say is a tough MMO? I would love to play a tough MMO. I feel like WoW used to be that MMO. There used to be a time where you couldn't solo shit, and you needed groups, and yeah, it was a short-lived time. But there was a time, you know, questing took forever. You know, you needed groups for bosses. I'm guessing Black Desert probably is the toughest one because no mounts, right? Difficulty level right there. But I don't know how they do for raids and stuff, so... It's boring more than difficult, right? I feel like it's that challenge I want, but it would be a short-lived challenge, right? I'd probably be just like you, get bored of it.
Bad news, everyone.
Well, yeah. Oh, actually, no, didn't they cancel it? Shit. I was gonna say there's the Riot MMO, but I think they just put out a fucking notice that they actually canceled it. Which is really, really unfortunate. I'm not a huge League of Legends. You know, I've only really played it a few times and it was years ago. But I like the characters, you know? I was kind of looking forward to, like, getting to know the lore of League, and I really felt like it could be the new WoW, you know? And I know people are always like, oh, you know, this game's coming out, WoW's dead. But I really felt like that might be the case with Riot, because they got a huge community behind them. They have characters put into place. They have lore already. Like, they have a world built already that people love, which is how WoW started, right? It was the same deal, you know, because Warcraft. And I had a lot of hope for that one. Have you watched Arcane? No. No. I have no idea what that is. Is that like an anime? It's Riot anime TV show? Okay. I'll look into it. It sounds familiar. I feel like maybe I've heard people talking about it.
What's your story?
But
Get back out there.
But yeah. So you were looking forward to that too. Yeah, I would totally played that. Yeah. It's really the only MMO I've been kind of keeping track of. What do you think of that one? Do you watch that guy? I don't even know his name, but I've seen so many of his fucking videos. But the guy, and I say the guy because he's literally the only one doing videos on this fucking game. But what's that game that's like, no, not Asmon. He's not a WoW. He's not a WoW YouTuber, but I did discover him from Asmon. But he does videos on that Ashes of Creation, and it's just, it is, I laugh every time I see him. His whole getup is like the copium, you know, that's how he ends his videos. You're high on copium. And and you know, I'm not like a huge fan of him, but I feel like I almost should be, because I feel like out of all YouTubers I know, like, who the fuck does content like that so consistent for a game that does not even exist? Like, that is the funniest part, is Ashes of Creation has been in production for so long. It doesn't even fucking exist, guys. And this guy has been making Ashes of Creation videos for like 3 years or something. And consistent. He does it like I do WoW videos. Like he's super consistent with them. Yeah, I can't remember his name because I find out about a lot of people through Asmin because I watch him, right? And yeah, so I'll know of some situations, but fuck if I can tell you names of the people that caused them. Yeah, but I just like, I give that guy so much fucking credit, because it's gotta be tough to make videos on a game that don't exist. Oh god, it's so hilarious. There's two YouTubers I laugh at. There's him, and then DM. His full name is Darth. I think it's Darth Microtransaction. He always has these videos of, it's Blizzard's last chance. And I'm like, every time that guy starts a video and he's like, it's Blizzard's last chance, and I'll be, the viewer being like, oh yeah, Blizzard's last chance, or is it just the last chance? Because he has so much hope for D4, right? Poor guy. Poor guy doesn't realize that game will be shit forever. Yeah. Oh, PoE, yeah. Yeah, because didn't he go to no, it wasn't a convention, right? It wasn't like the PoE con, but it was some sort of meeting for the PoE 2 event. PoE is another game I haven't touched since roughly 2017. Yeah. I know these years because of Steam. And, PoE is one I've been thinking of going back to, because PoE 2, from what I've seen so far, looks amazing. But I didn't play a whole lot of the first one. I played enough to, like, get a feel for it. But I didn't really do, like, the endgame stuff in that one. New season. I wonder if I should give the new season a try. It has been a long time since I've been in that game. And I have... Diablo was always my game. Like, WoW's my main game, of course. But when it comes to, like, ARPGs, Diablo was always it. And I've given up on D4. Like, it's uninstalled right now. Yeah. I went and uninstalled it the other day. Like, if they do something super amazing, maybe I'll reinstall it. But, yeah. Normally, I won't just uninstall games, but my second drive needed some space. And yeah, I'm not playing it, so... Yeah, I played up until this season here, so yeah. And I was really looking forward to D4, but I don't know. They gotta do some changes.
You and the island trolls have shown
It's just not hooking me like the past Diablos have.
you can keep them away from the ship.
My best friend's a little ticked about that. He's always like, whenever, because he plays it. He's been playing it pretty regularly. And he always resorts to my YouTube videos. But because I haven't been playing it, I haven't been making YouTube videos. And so pretty much every time it comes up in conversation, he's like, well, you know, I gotta go find a new YouTuber now because someone is not making videos. And I'm like, I don't want to play a game I don't like. But I might come back for the DLC when it comes out, because when they released that looked badass. So I may come back for that whenever that's supposed to happen.